Take six.
Welcome back to Ted's Video Corner. Tonight, I'm going to discuss my views on Doctor Who missing episodes and animations. But to start, 3 deviations. First, a quote from the show. And the question is, who said it and who did they say it to? And I'll put the answer in the comments area later.
How much later?
Much later. Okay, here it is. You make your incompetence sound like an achievement. Okay, think on that. I'm convinced the fans will know. So now the educational portion for U.S. fans. I'm from the U.S. If you're going to get the classic Doctor Who on disc, the original run, I suggest your first purchase should be a region-free disc player, a region-free DVD player, because the British versions are better and cheaper. I already had one, because I wanted to watch the UFO British show. So I already had one. And I was able to get big collections of these from the British versions. As an example, I don't know why it's this way, but if you look up the US version DVD of the War Games, it is so expensive. And yet, even if you buy it new, I got it in that big collection that I bought. But if you buy it new, you can get it shipped to the U.S. directly from England, from some company I think called Rare Waves. It's like about $16 including the shipping, brand new, in the package. But the U.S. version, I looked, somebody had it on eBay on an auction. It was already over $50. That would more than pay for a region-free player like the one I've got, which is a Lon Poo brand. I never heard of that. LONPOO. Okay, next educational portion. For the British fans, I understand that you all had difficulty with a certain unnamed person who wanted to get rid of Doctor Who due to the violence, which they thought were bad for the kids. Apparently, they didn't succeed, whereas they did in the U.S. They wiped these violent shows roundabout between like 68 and 70. They wiped every bit of the violent TV shows for kids off the air. Starting with the crazy Western sci-fi, Wild Wild West, the Green Hornet and others. They even killed the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner hour. I lost almost all of my favorite shows. I do not know how Dark Shadows, the soap opera, escaped it, because it is as violent as most. But since it's a soap opera, your episodes where not much happens except a lot of talking. But there's also other episodes very violent. Now on to the main topic, the animations. The missing episodes and the animations, I think all of the animations are great. Just like I like all the people who played the Doctor. I think they're all just fine. I don't think there's any that stink. I have watched even the new series. And I just say it doesn't gain anything by the Blu-rays. I don't think these new Blu-rays are worth it. that they're putting out the sets of seasons of Blu-rays. Even the remake, I don't know that it benefits much from a Blu-ray. I can't really see the difference. And I've watched all of Christopher Eccleston through Peter Capaldi, and these new ones are so cheap. Although I do have the US versions of these, I don't know that there's any difference on the remake series. And they all look good to me. They look great. The effects are great. Everything's great. The earlier ones, some of the effects are good, some are bad, but you know, since I'm a fan of the older stuff, it doesn't really matter to me how good the effects look, how bad they look. I'm getting off topic. The animations, the missing episodes and animations. Oh, did I say? Yeah, my favorite show, The Dark Shadows, with the cliffhangers and everything. So it somehow did escape that violence routine. And I don't understand how, but they wiped it from, once you see something, you start watching cartoons and stuff from 1970 onward, and it's just devoid of violence and stuff. Okay, back to the animations. I think all the animations are good. I mean, I've seen many people's complaints on the animations. The one that seems to get the most is the one episode animated from The Web of Fear. But I see nothing wrong with it. I think it's much better than that still frame reconstruction they did. As a matter of fact, the ones where they just fill in, I think those are the best. That's my preference, the fill-ins. I mean, you've got The Web of Fear, the fill-in, the 10th Planet, the Invasion, Reign of Terror, and then they actually finish Shada, which is really back and forth, real life animation, back and forth. I think they're all fine. I like them all. That is actually the way I prefer it. As a matter of fact, when they fully animate the stuff where they have some of the episodes and they animate it anyway. As an example, because I have a list here, I have a list of almost everything. So you get Galaxy 4, it's 4 episodes. They have 1, but they animate all 4. The Celestial Toymaker, it's 4 episodes. They have the last one, but still they animate all 4. The Underwater Menace, it's only 4 episodes. They have 2, but yet they reanimate the 2, so they animate all 4. Actually, I know the fans don't care for that one, but I sort of think that's a good one. The Faceless Ones, it's 6 episodes. They have 2, but they animate all 6. The Evil of the Daleks, it's 6 parts. They have 1 episode, but still they animate all 6. The Abominable Snowmen, Abominable Snowmen. It's 6 episodes. They do have 1, but they animate all 6. Anyway, and what I find myself wanting to do is swap around and watch the real episodes, the real ones that they've still got, along with the animations, or instead of the animations. I like the animations, they're great, but why not, until you've got them all animated, why not just leave them as they are and just fill in the missing pieces? As I listed earlier, I think those are great. I think they're all great. But what have you done here? Since I've listed those, what you've done is you have animated 8 episodes that you have the originals from. That's 8. That's quite a bit of effort, quite a bit of work. With that 8, if you had just left the episodes alone that you already have and only concentrate on the missing stuff, you could have filled in the 4 missing episodes from The Wheel and animated entirely The Massacre. So this brings me to back full circle. So I'll give the quote back to the BBC, that you make your incompetence sound like an achievement. If you want to animate stuff that already exists, wait till you animate all the stuff that doesn't exist. Whatever you animate, whatever you put out, I don't care if it's a terrible story, but I don't know, having not seen it. I mean, I have watched everything extant. But if you animate, I know this is considered to be one of the worst by the fans. Animate the space pirates. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. I just want to see it. I hope they continue to do the animations, but it seems like they're trickling down to very little now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to stop now. I would want, my wonderful wife is filming all this. If only I could get her to turn the phone around so that the viewers could see her, because I'm so proud of her. She is such a cutie. So, good night. God bless. Oh, P.S. I forgot to say, check out my other videos, because I do one where I rate all the episodes of Lost in Space. All of them. They haven't lost any of those. But I rate them all, check them out, go from top to bottom, bottom to top, and other things on my channel. Thank you, God bless, and good night.